Hi, my name is Laurent, and in this video I want to present how you can install any Edge Overland rooftop tent on top of your car. You will see this is a really simple procedure. It just takes a couple of minutes basically, maybe half an hour, and 2 or 3 friends depending on the type of tent you choose. This video applies to all the Edge Overland rooftop tents because all the mounting systems are identical on all models. So this video can be used for any Edge Overland tent. Now for demonstration purposes, I will use this Horizon One rooftop tent that I have right here. This is a brand new tent. You also see it here at my back. And let's begin and let me show you how it's all done. The first step in the mounting procedure is actually opening up the box that you received your tent in. For this, you can use any type of X-Acto knife or cutter like I have here, and just cut these straps up like so. And I will also cut this one. Great. The next step, we take off the cover. So you just lift this up, really simple, and you drag it to the side. And now you can see we have the tent exposed. It already comes with the cover. You can keep this cover for whenever you are storing your tent inside of your garage or whatever. And the next thing would be to actually remove the sides of the box. So you would go by pulling all of these parts out, like so. You can take these handles and pull them up, and you will see the whole thing just comes apart. And now you remove this, exposing the tent. Next, we take these cushionings off, and then we can remove the cover that is actually covering the tent. You can see everywhere we use a lot of cushioning to be sure that the tent does not get damaged during transport. Once you have everything unpacked and opened up, your next step is opening up the tent and removing the mounting hardware. Now the mounting hardware on the Horizon tents is stored within the leather, so once you open it up a bit, you can actually put your hand in and just grab out the box that contains all the mounting hardware. On the Explorer One tents, it's just placed inside of the tent, so you as well just open it up and remove the box. So when you want to open it up, you just unclamp it on both sides and you lift it a slight bit. You don't need to lift it all the way up, and just put your hand inside, and within the leather, as I said, you will find this box. This is the mounting hardware that you will need to actually mount the tent up. After this, make sure you close the tent and you secure the locks so it does not open up on you until you are doing the mounting. Here we have the accessory kit, or the mounting kit, as you would want to call it. As you see, we have, for example, a handle that you can mount up front if you want to be able to grab the tent better. It's up to you if you want to mount it or not, either way. But for mounting the tent, we will firstly need these brackets that will secure the tent to the roof bars. We will have these sliders combined with these screws that we will need to install together. And we will have the nuts that will secure the mounting plates to the tent and secure everything into place. Plus we have these end caps that when we are finished we will put into the ends of the rails on the tent, so it looks prettier and also the wind will not blow inside and create any weird noises. So these are the things that we need at this point. Now once you take these, first step is to prepare these sliders together with the screws. This is really simple. You just take a screw and as you see it here, you push it in. So you see the top of the screw went into this slot and you have something like this. So on one side it becomes flush. Like you see here, it is flush once the nut is inside. And you do this with all of these pieces. And once we get the tent up in the air, I will show you how you will fit this into the slides on the bottom of the tent. So we will take one of these and we will insert them on the rail like so. And we will put a total of 4 of these on one side and then 4 of these on the other side, and try to align them in such a way that once you put the tent on top of the roof rack or whatever you want to like bolt it to, 2 of the nuts are on one side and then 2 are on the other side. Otherwise you will need to like move them around after you place down the tent. You can do it either way. We find this way being the simpler version. So just put this in onto each side to here. You can now go and place the tent on top of the car. I will lower the tent just a bit so I can arrange the screws to be in the right position. And I will just take these screws and pull these out, make sure nothing hits anywhere. So when I'm lowering it, it almost perfectly goes into position and I won't have to like hustle around with it afterwards, because again, I'm doing this installation on my own at this point. So I will go just a tiny bit in front, looking good. And I will now gently lower it down into its position. It doesn't need to be perfect because we will now remove the straps, and after that we will put it into its actual correct position. So for example, in my case, I want it to be a bit on this side, like so. Yeah, this is the correct position. And I also want to make sure the front more or less is in the same line as the back part, so it's like completely straight on top of the car. You will now use these plates as well as these nuts to actually fix this into place. So you just put the bracket up like so. Because here I have a non-ideal mounting condition, because I have very wide bars, I will need to offset the mounting plate a little bit to the back. So as you can see, once I'm tightening this part, this is actually higher than this. So it like basically locks on this side of the bar. Ideally, you want the bracket to completely close up the bar, but I'm using the standard brackets here for demonstration purposes. So here you will see this part. On the back, you always tighten the rear part more, and in the front you will do the opposite, so you would tighten the front a bit more. And then you just tighten down the nuts as much as you can. You can just use your hands, and as much as you can tighten it down, you want it to be really snug. After you have tightened down all the bolts, just give it a few good tugs to make sure it's not moving. And usually what we recommend is after 1 hour of driving or half an hour of driving, just check the nuts again and tighten them down if necessary. Now the final step in the procedure is taking these rubber mounts and closing up the rails. So you just take the rubber mount and you push it in, and you do this on both sides, and also up front. As you have seen, installing an Edge Overland rooftop tent on top of your car is a really simple procedure. You just need 2 or 3 buddies or some sort of hoist system that can help you lift the tent on top of the car, but everything else is simple and straightforward. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact our support and our technicians will be more than happy to help you out. Until next time, as always, happy camping!